welcome to another Marketing Technology Minute. How's it feel to have me back on set, Chris?
Feels great, Spence. Feels great.
I can sense the sarcasm, but that's okay. We're here to talk about what you and Sean were elaborating on last week about 7 hot digital trends for 2013.
Yeah.
And how you concluded that businesses need integrated digital marketing strategy.
Yes, they do. All of them.
Yeah, all of them. And what I wanted to talk to you about today was what actually is integrated digital marketing? And what kind of process does it, convey, or what is the actual strategy behind integrated digital marketing?
Well, I mean, the bottom line is that in order to implement a really solid integrated digital marketing strategy, businesses need to follow 6 steps or processes.
Okay.
It all begins with a foundation.
Sure.
Businesses need to establish their online presence over web, social, and mobile.
Right.
And this can mean they need to put together a website that conveys the brand message, right? Which should be a reflection of the company's goals and values.
Exactly.
And then they need to make sure that their social platforms reflect that message.
Right. Whichever social platforms are right for their business.
Of course. And then that web presence needs to be able to play on mobile.
So optimized for mobile, whether it's a mobile site or a responsive website, it's all, mobile is obviously key here.
It's key, and it needs to work seamlessly.
There you go.
So that's the first thing we talked about. The second thing we talked about is how once you've got that presence established, you need to convey your message with content marketing.
Okay.
So this can mean there are 3 broad types of content marketing. There's written content such as ebooks, white papers, tip sheets. You've got visual content, infographics, videos like this.
Infographics, love those. They're hot.
They're very hot. And then you've got auditory content, which is kind of the hot new thing, which is, maybe blogs.
Podcasts.
Yep. Audio blogs.
Yep.
And the whole idea is that with everybody on their mobile devices now, it's a lot easier to listen than it is to read or even look.
Exactly.
So what you've established those 2, then the next thing you move to is the attraction. You're trying to attract businesses to your website, social site, and in order to do this, you really want to focus on SEO, or how I like to call it, targeted discovery.
Targeted discovery, I do enjoy that.
What that means is you really want to be focusing on using social media advertising in a very micro-targeted way to reach out to your target audience.
Sure.
And you want to be using other cool new trends like predictive recommendations, ad retargeting, to really allow those people who are looking for your product or service, give them an easy path to finding you.
Sure, so like paid search, organic search.
Paid and organic are key, but I think some newer avenues, now that folks are on more mobile devices using mobile apps, they might not be using search engines as much.
Okay.
Are going to necessitate that brands get a little bit more sophisticated with how they draw in their prospective audience.
Okay.
And number 4 is, of course, one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Which is once you've conveyed the message, once you've attracted, your consumer.
Yep.
Then you really need to promote your message. So promotion is really living on social media and email marketing.
All right.
Social, there's really never been a greater way to promote your brand message in history than social media.
Online, yeah, it's online engagement is crazy.
Great amplifier, and of course, you can resolve customer service issues, you can build your communities, community building, form more personal relationships.
Yep.
And engage with your audience in real time.
Sure. So what about this email marketing though? So you say that's a key point of the promotion. So how do people implement that? What do they do?
Well, I think what you want to do is you want to take content. You want a really solid marketing automation software platform if you don't already have one.
Okay,
what HubSpot provides.
There you go. Yeah, HubSpot is great.
Marketing leaders.
Yes.
And what you want to do is you want to create content. You want to attach, that people can download. They can click on really interesting and attractive calls to action or CTAs.
Sure.
That lead to landing pages where they can fill in some data about themselves and receive a free piece of content.
Yep.
And then they will then receive periodic emails that will be automatically sent out that are personalized. A lead nurturing campaign that's really targeted to the appropriate stage of the buying cycle that the buyer might be in, and also each segment of the target audience.
All right.
Of a brand's audience. So it's a really sophisticated way to personalize your messaging and really to connect with new prospects and stay connected with existing customers.
Exactly, and they bring themselves down the funnel by the lead nurturing.
Bring themselves at their own pace.
Of course, yeah.
We're in inbound marketing. We're not shouting, telling them what to do. We're trying to facilitate their wants and needs.
Exactly.
So then after that, you've got the connection piece on a more granular level, which I called as SOLO-MO, social, local, mobile.
Yeah, right on.
And this is really recognizing that most people are now engaging in brand discovery and research via mobile devices, tablets, and smartphones.
Of course.
So this is really trying to get with that consumer to offer them solutions wherever they are, whenever they want.
Yep.
And you want to be top of mind where they are, when they are.
At those points of interest, exactly.
Yeah, whether it's the checkout aisle, price comparing, whether it's walking down the street,
hanging out at the water park in the summer. It's all the same,
Looking for the right place to go have a beer. Who's got the best deal.
Yep.
And that's why a lot of these social, local sites like Yelp, Foursquare, where you can check in and get deals.
Yeah.
Are really prevalent, and brands need to look into advertising on them and have a presence on that.
Totally believe
Google
you.
Places.
Yep, that too.
Google Local.
Google Local.
And then finally, brands need to really take all the data that they're gathering through this whole process and refine, check out what's working and what's not.
Yep.
And continually refine their messaging.
So you're going to say the last piece of this process is refine. You're going to take everything that you've done, that you've built, and you're going to look at it, you're going to bring everything together, and then you're going to look at the analytics of it, and you're going to refine your message.
Yes, and you can be very scientific about this.
Sure.
You can look at what worked and what didn't with different segments of your target audience. You can look at what content played on what devices better, at what times of day,
what pieces of content worked better, whether it was a video, an infographic, how your email campaigns did.
Even social messaging.
Exactly.
So there's just a wealth of data where we collectively call big data.
Yep.
That's really going to open up for small businesses
to
take advantage of. And then I think when you integrate all of that, that's the final point, is following this process in a siloed approach isn't going to work anymore. It's got to be seamless and integrated. So behind the curtain, you're doing all of these complex things, but what the user sees, what your prospect or your consumer sees, is a seamless, very simple approach to messaging and marketing. So they can go to your brand website or social sites, get the info they want, connect with you, have a very simple path to the sale, have an enjoyable user experience, and form relationships that are relevant.
Meaningful connections,
connections that matter. And that's really what we say, our mantra here at Synacor is integrated digital marketing is all about forming connections that matter. In other words, that are relevant for you as a brand and for your end target audience.
Exactly. All right,
in a nutshell.
That's it in a nutshell. That really breaks it down for me perfect. I believe I understand wholeheartedly what integrated digital marketing is now.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, and hopefully the folks out in the internet sphere do as well.
Yep, sounds good to me.
Okay, well, I tell you what, folks, this has been another Marketing Technology Minute. Join us every week where we'll discuss the hottest trends in the marketing technology industry. Thanks for joining.
Have a good one. All these ideas are really exciting. It'd just be super nice if somebody was writing it down.
Yeah, it's funny you should say that because we did just write it down. In fact, we wrote the book on it. It's called Why Businesses Need Integrated Digital Marketing.
Well, how convenient is that?
Pretty convenient.